whether the Leafs can pull this one out or whether the Rangers move on to meet the Blackhawks. And off we go as the puck is cleared, and Vaughn stepped into Kachuk right off the bat. Jim Dory back of the net, trying to get it out to Monahan. Monahan stepped into Nevin, and the puck goes to Monahan, ahead to Keon. Keon up at center. Over the Ranger line to Monahan. Into the corner for Monahan, trying to center it. Sealing had him covered. They go to the boards. Play is called. We're in the first minute of this first period, and there's no score. Dion, McMillan, and Monahan with Dory and Bond. Sealing is replaced. Horton comes out there with number 5, Dale Rolfe. Walter, Kachuk, Nevin, and Malone. And from the face-off, Keon couldn't get his shot away, and Horton goes back of the net. Horton shot it into the corner. McMillan cleared it to the other side. Kachuk. Then for Nevin, who's given a shove, and it goes down the ice into the Leaf zone. Bob Bond to McMillan. Off the boards for Keon. Keon gets the puck, goes into the corner, centered it across the goal mouth. Monahan. Then for Keon, it's back of the net for Rolfe. Around it comes to Bond. Bond lets his shot go. It hit Keon. Keon with the puck into McMillan. McMillan and Horton took him out of the play. Now McMillan's got it again to Keon. Center right in front. Brought back by Nevin on a deflection at center. Got the puck into the Leaf zone, wide of Plante. Malone covered. McMillan trying to get it out. Does. Ullman is out there, and Ullman steals the puck. And he's checked by Nevin. Peter Stankowski off the boards out the center. Monahan to Dory. Up for Ellis. Broke it up. Now it's Horton taking a look. A pass for Stankowski. Broken up by Dory, who's checked. Vaughn goes back to cover. Up it goes to Ullman. Ullman shot the puck into the Rangers zone. There's a race for it. Ellis centered it. Ullman was right in alone. Then Lee gets the shot away, and Ullman's got it. Ullman back to Lee again. He takes the shot. He's got it. Kenny back to the goal line. That's one goal. That's wide of the mark. And the Leafs now putting on the pressure as the Rangers get it out to center ice. Rick Lee shoots it right back in again. Goes back to the net for Sealing. Sealing straight down the ice for New York. Coming up to his own blue line at center. Ellis went after him. Irvin shot the puck into the Leaf zone, and it's Lee. Clearing it back to the net. McGregor steals it, centered it out in front, and it went out between Nielsen and Sealing. Back to Rod Sealing, number 16. Off the boards into the Leaf zone, and it's Rick Lee, number 2, back for it. Ellis, Ullman, and Henderson facing Stankowski, Irvin, and McGregor. Ullman's pass for Ellis. Goes to the corner. Jackman knocked it to Nielsen. Nielsen's covered by Ullman. The puck goes loose. McKinney whacked at it, and Nielsen breaks it up. Brings it out. Up over the line for Irvin. A shot. Plante knocked that down. And it's Rick Lee for Darryl Sittler. Up for Ullman. Ullman shot it to the right wing, was turned around. Bond moves up. He shoots it over the line. Jackman gloved that. Brad Park. Up for Hatfield. He's hit. Patel comes down the ice. Sittler came back to cover up. Play is called, and a penalty is handed out. And it's going to the New York Rangers. Vic Hatfield. New York nothing, Toronto nothing. This Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Holding and slashing with a penalty. Hatfield for holding. Harrison for slashing at 3:02. The puck goes sliding into the Leaf zone, and it's Bob Bond going back for it. Teams are even, 5 aside. Bond then for Keon. He passed it. Kachuk was covered by Pellick. Bond then to Pellick. Pellick comes out with Keon at center. Up over the line. Here comes the shot, and it's deflected by Horton off the glass. Keon back to Bond. There's his shot, and that was deflected by McMillan wide. Pellick tried to center it. Nevin goes back. Nevin for Dale Rolfe. He's trying to come out. McMillan got a piece of him. The puck comes back to Horton. Horton up at center. A pass for Kachuk is going over the red line. Plante comes out. It's finally touched by the lace. Icing is the call. 15:51 remaining in the first period.
Playoff pressure is something very hard to describe, and it affects players and coaches in different ways. Coach John McClellan doesn't show it here, but he's feeling that pressure. Nevertheless, is doing that pacing and giving that gum a pretty good workout.
15:51 remaining in the first period. There's no score. Keon, McMillan with Pellick and Vaughn. Kachuk, Rolfe, Nevin, and Horton. Keon gets the draw to Pellick. Pellick took his shot. Here's Keon a drive, and that was deflected wide, and Jackman came out and covered up.
Here's that shot from the point by Mike Pellick. Eddie Jackman kicking out the shot. The rebound to Keon with Horton down, and Keon just missing that short side past Jackman. And the puck frozen here by Eddie Jackman.
Keon facing off against Walter Kachuk now. They're lining up. Keon had the draw. Pellick moved up. He and Kachuk fight for it. Keon comes up with it. He was checked by Horton. Horton goes back. Hit it back in the net, and McMillan picks it up there. He's trying to get it back to Keon. Keon wrapped it, and Vaughn goes out over the blue line, wrapped it back to Keon, and McMillan picks it up. Over it for Pellick. Pellick at his own blue line. Over it goes to Vaughn. Vaughn up at center, over the red line. He shoots it in wide of the net. Jackman to Horton, covered by McMillan. Bob Nevin trying to come out. Pulls away from McMillan. A quick pass for Kachuk, trying to get into the clear, and Blanc came out of the net to check him. Kachuk is checked, and McMillan comes back with Ullman. Pellick trying to catch up. McMillan going around Rolfe, centered it, and Jackman got it. Ullman gets it back to McKinney. His shot is knocked down by Rolfe. And there's going to be a penalty there to Rolfe. Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, the Stanley Cup playoffs. We have 8 seconds left in the penalties to Harrison and Hatfield. Ullman gets it back to McKinney. McKinney closing in. Dropped it to Lee. Lee then back to McKinney. McKinney goes in with a shot. And that deflected into the corner. Shot off the boards and off Lee out the center, as now the Leafs have a man advantage and are back at full strength. McKinney over the line for Ellis. Ellis trying to kick the puck loose. Ullman fights for it. It goes to Sather. He can't get it out. And he's got it underneath him. Now that Armstrong comes out to replace McKinney. There you see the time. 14:17 remaining in the first period. There's no score. The puck is shot down the ice into the Leaf zone, and Lee goes back for it with 1 minute and 25 seconds left in Rolfe's penalty, and the Leafs in their own zone. Up to Ullman. Back to Ellis. Ellis shoots the puck into the Ranger zone. It's back of the net. Jackman out of the goal. It went by Henderson, and Stewart gets it by Lee down the ice. On to Armstrong. And to Henderson. Henderson gets it up to Ullman. Ullman at center. With Ellis over the line. Ellis closing in. And the pass from Henderson was behind him. He gets it to Ellis. Coming in front to Ullman, a shot. Henderson trying to get a whack at it, and down he goes. And Stewart gets the puck and shoots it down the ice. Quickly is back for it. Gets around Sather. Now Lee leading a 4-man rush to center. To the Ranger line. Trying to barge his way through. Left it for Ullman. And Ullman gets a hold of it. Ullman coming from the side. Centered it for Henderson, who missed. Henderson is covered by Horton. It's cleared down the ice by McGregor. Blount gets it up to Armstrong. He's changing on the go. A pass for Ullman. And Sittler gets a hold of it. Play is called, and there's a penalty. And it's going to the Leafs. And it goes to Normie Ullman, likely for holding. Hockey Night in Canada will be following Series A and B in the Eastern Division quarterfinals in their entirety.
Toronto
In the event of a seventh game in either
Ulmer.
series,
2 minutes for
we'll be bringing you the action live from the opening face-off this
7:09.
Sunday. If, however, both series terminate tonight, then stay with us for live coverage of the first game of the Stanley Cup semifinals, again this Sunday. Consult your local TV listings for the time in your particular area. Ullman gets his holding penalty. And it's Jim Dory coming down the ice. Over the line. Takes his shot, and Jackman grubbed that. 7:09 is the time of the penalty for holding to Ullman. Puck comes out to Hadfield at center. Hadfield broken up by DePere, and Bond offside at the Leaf blue line. As Bond cleared it out, it would hit Hadfield, and Littell was inside the blue line.
There's number 11, Vic Hadfield, who is leading the Rangers in goals scored, as he has 4 so far in this series.
12 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the first period. No score in the game. Face-off is outside the blue line. Dennis DePere and Armstrong, along with Dory and Bond. Dory let it go to Plante. Plante back to Dory. It's back of the net. Rangers trying to dig it out. They do. Littell gets a hold of it. Coming from the side. Back it comes to Horton. Horton having difficulty. Shot it into Gilbert. A pass for Littell. Littell goes to the corner. Coming out in front. And his shot hit Dory's skate. Hadfield. Back to Littell. Takes his shot. Stop. Here it's all around the net. Plante scoops it into the corner. Dennis DePere trying to get away. Shoots it down the ice. There's a minute and 2 seconds left in the penalty to Ullman as Keon and McMillan are out there now. Up for Brad Park, number 2, at his own blue line. Over the red line at center. Shot it in. Plante got the rebound. Left it for McMillan. McMillan is hit by Hadfield and knocked down. It came back to Horton. Horton's pass over to Brad Park. There's his shot. It hit McKenny, and Keon lapped it out. Play is called. And there's going to be penalties there to Gilbert and Pellick. A little bit of slashing, Bob, in front of that Leaf goal.
Well, we talked about the tension. Seeing it on Johnny McCollum, and it's certainly evident on the players as they are very, very tight out there. There hasn't been what you call too much free skating, as they've been watching each other very closely. Not willing to take any chances at this early stage of the game.
New York penalty to number 7, Gilbert. 2 minutes for slashing. Toronto penalty to number 4, Pellick. 2 minutes for slashing. The time, 8:29.
8:29 is the time of the slashing penalties to Gilbert and Pellick. And as you can see, the Leafs are still shorthanded, as there's 39 seconds left on Ullman's penalty. So they're playing 5-4. And the puck is cleared in, and McKenny intercepts, shoots it down the ice. As Keon is the lone forward for the Leafs, Kachuk and Nevin for the Rangers. Nielsen and Brad Park are the 2 defensemen, Lee and McKenny for the Leafs, and here come the Rangers. Jimmy Nielsen, a quick pass to Kachuk. Kachuk over the line, offside was Brad Park. 11:05 remaining in the first period. There's no score. Keon got the draw back. McKenny off the boards, out. Brad Park had stopped it on the Leaf side of the checkered line. Gets it over here to Nevin. Nevin over the blue line with Kachuk. Nevin dropped it back to Park. Park gets it over on the wing. Nielsen back to Park. There's the shot, and Plante steered that up into the Blues as Jeremy Ullman returns.
Jock Plante, Bill, rather a surprise starter to me tonight. I thought maybe John McCollum would go with Bernie Plante, but maybe counting on that experience. And I know Jock in the pregame warm-up was certainly shouting it up out there. He's a real old holler guy. Maybe he's going to get these fellas going.
Ullman, Henderson, Bond, and Dory. Stemkowski, McGregor, Sealing, and Nielsen. All set to go. The puck comes back to Dory. Dory is checked by Stankowski. Then he checked him. And Ullman brings it out. Pass over to Bond. Bond goes to center. Into the Rangers zone. Hit by Nielsen. Pulls into the shot. And then goes flying into the board. And play is called underneath Sealing.
Bobby Bond, breaking out of his own end, made a great move on Jimmy Nielsen. We'll take a look at that as he came up on this pass from Normie Ullman and broke out past the blue line and coming in on the net. And a fine save by Rod Sealing on that shot of Bond.
Henderson gets the draw. Bond let his shot go. Hit McGregor. McGregor's got a break. Dory trying to get back. McGregor over the line. Takes the shot. Blocks back. Hits it out. And here comes Henderson with Ullman. Henderson streaks down over the line. Drops it to Ullman. Went through Dory's legs. And he fanned on it by carrying it into the corner. Ullman takes his man out. Henderson's got it. Back to Dory. Dory over to Bond. Bond takes his shot. Ackerman stopped back. Dory steals the puck, a backhand. And it's still loose. And McGregor finally picks it up at center. McGregor of the Rangers shoots it in. Blanc steered it up to Henderson as the Rangers were changing on the go. To Dory. Over the line for Henderson, and Rattel was in front of him. Back up the ice for Brad Park. Up with Hatfield. Over the line. Park trying to get sloppy in with the puck, but the puck goes loose to Ullman. Ullman. Checked by Park, and then Sittler's got it. He's dumped. There's going to be a penalty here to the New York Rangers for tripping. John Rattel just pulled the leg from underneath Darryl Sittler, and that puts him in the penalty box. From Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, the Stanley Cup playoff. Goes back to Lee over onto Armstrong. Back to Lee. Up it comes to Monahan. Monahan, a pass for Keon and McMillan. McMillan trying to center it, and it was blocked by Rolfe. Keon gets it loose, only to have Stewart get a hold of it. The Leafs have a man advantage and shot down the ice. Armstrong, back for it. Coming out of his own zone with a pass to Lee at his own blue line. Up at center, a pass for McMillan. That goes in back of the net. Ackerman steered it. Keon's got it, centered it. There's nobody there. Cleared out and down the ice, and Lee goes back for it. Rick Lee to Gary Monahan. Monahan starting out of his own zone. Coming to center. Got the puck in the Ranger zone. It went to Jackaman. Jackaman picks it up, and he shot it into the crowd. On the out-of-town scoreboard, Montreal leading the Boston Bruins 1-0. Peter Mahavlich from J.C. Tremblay, 6:36. Montreal 1, Boston nothing. Leafs make a change, sending Ullman, Ellis, and Henderson, Dory, and Vaughn. There's 59 seconds left in the penalty to Rattel. Ellis shot the puck around on the boards. Henderson after it. He's hit heavily into the boards by Nevin. And it goes out to center ice, back into the Leaf zone over Bond's stick. Bob Bond. Pass for Ullman. The Leafs start to slow down a little bit. Nielsen goes back to his own blue line. Takes a look. Shot it into the Leaf zone, and Dory goes back for it. Dory trying to work his way out. A pass to Henderson. Henderson gaining momentum back for Dory. Dory trying to go out Sealing. Henderson keeps it in with a pass to Vaughn. Vaughn gets set for a shot. It hit Ellis, and it's cleared down the ice by Walter Kachuk, number 18. Blount up to Dory again. He's checked. Bob Bond back for it. Now then, Rattel is back on the ice, and the Leafs and the Rangers are at full strength. Down the ice for Ullman over the line with Henderson. Ullman still has it. Tried to center it in front. Nielsen shot it around for Sather. Lining up, the puck goes back to Brown. Brown shoots it into the Leaf zone, and Pellick goes back after it. Watts scooped it into McKinney. McKinney up for McMillan and Keon. Broken up by Rolfe. It goes loose to McKinney. McKinney comes up. Passing it over for Keon. Monahan tried to check his man. He did. Pellick shoots the puck into the New York Rangers zone. Back of the net, Dale Rolfe. Rolfe trying to find a man in position. Lost it to McMillan. McMillan trying to center it. Back of the net. Still has it. Back to Pellick. Pellick took his shot and hit a leg, and the Rangers have got a three-man break. Hatfield or Rattel are over the line. Rattel trying to get through. Hatfield centered it. It's deflected to the blue line. Horton lets one go, and that's wide. The rebound to Hatfield. Right foot to Rattel, a shot. And Hatfield missed the rebound. Jim McKinney. Too far for Keon. Horton, a pass. McKinney has it. Got it in. Covered by Rolfe. And Horton goes back to the Ranger goal. Horton centered it right in front of his own net, and Rolfe comes up with it. Gets it ahead to Kachuk with 5:46 remaining in the first period. No score in the game. Monahan and Kachuk bump together, and Keon has it. Keon up at center with McMillan over the line. They're closing in. It goes to the corner. Keon is covered. Malone to Walter Kachuk. Got the puck into the lead zone, and Ullman comes up.
Watch your start, Mike.
Rick Lee for Monahan. And cuts in front of the net to the far wing. Stops. Gets it out to Ellis. And to Ullman. Ullman and Ellis together. A pass back for Ellis. He takes his shot, and he hits the target. Along the boards for Ullman at center. Ullman turns. Coming to the Ranger line and over. Ullman stops, takes his shot. Trying to get his own rebound. Covered along the board. Play is called.
Rod Sealing, number 16, and I mentioned before earlier in this series that this is the man, key man, who Emile Francis claims has been his best defenseman over the long season.
4 minutes and 45 seconds remain in the first period. There's no score. Harrison Armstrong. Now then, Ullman remains out there with Ellis and Henderson. So almost going with two lines. Rattel facing off against Ullman. Ellis took a shot that carried him all the way back out to center ice. Lee for Dory. Broken up. Goes back to the blue line. Brad Park gives it to Jimmy Nielsen. Nielsen coming at center. A long shot. Front. Stop that. Flips it off the board. Hatfield covered. Ullman trying to dig it out. Lost it to Stemkowski. Peter Stemkowski, number 21. Handed it up front, and Ellis got it right to Ullman. Coming up at center. Over to Ellis. Over the line. Flipped it through for Ullman. Ullman centered it. Oh, he missed it. Back comes McGregor. One man back. Going down with Stemkowski. Over the line. Stemkowski shoots. Covers up.
Jim Dory getting caught in that end as Bruce McGregor and Pete Stemkowski broke up with Rick Lee back. McGregor setting Stemkowski, and to watch the angle Jock Plante comes out at. Stemkowski has very little of the net to shoot at. Jock Plante took it in his pads and throws it for the faceoff.
Facing off in the lead zone to the right. And it's McKinney. Flipping it back for Pellick. Over for Darryl Sittler. Sittler to Harrison. Tipping it down the ice into the Ranger zone. It's Gilbert. Flipping the puck to an open wing. Armstrong moves in. And he couldn't get a pass away. Back come the Rangers with Rattel and Gilbert. Gilbert takes his shot. Won't stop down. Rolled out of his glove and rolled wide. Jim McKinney, right in front of his own net, flipped it over to Armstrong. Armstrong failed to get the puck out. A chance for Rattel and Darryl Sittler. He's shot. Then he gets it again. He falls. There's going to be a penalty to the New York Rangers for tripping. Brad Park, number 2, tripping. This Stanley Cup playoff game is
New
coming
York
from Maple Leaf
penalty to
Gardens in
number
Toronto.
2, Park.
3 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the first period. There's no score. The Leafs having advantage in manpower. Trottier back to McKinney. McKinney at his own blue line, up the center. Got the puck high. Darryl Sittler fighting for it along the boards. Trottier sets up Pellick. Pellick let his shot go, and it was wide. McKinney lets one go. That's high. Pellick moved after it, and Nevin broke it up and shot it out to Kachuk. Kachuk going down with Rolfe. Kachuk takes a long shot, and Florence caught that. Mike Pellick. Up to Jimmy Harrison. Harrison at his own blue line. Up to Sittler. He shot it in. Gloved by Jackman. In for Sittler. Sittler still has it for Harrison. Back to Sittler right in front of the net. A shot. Harrison trying to get a whack at it. Hopped over Pellick's stick. Pellick fights him for it, but it goes up and down the ice. On a nice play by Bob Nevin. Darryl Sittler, a pass for Trottier. Broken up by Kachuk. Kachuk pulled away from Harrison. Still rags the puck with 52 seconds. Keon comes out as Horton gets it back to Rolfe. His shot hit Keon. Keon tried to center it, he couldn't. He's got it again. Keon at center. Trotier's dumped. Keon to Sittler. Back for Keon. He's knocked down, and Nevin gets it out to center ice. Jim Dory. Over for Rick Lee. A pass for Keon. Keon was offside as it came from inside the blue line over the red line at center. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in the first period. Brad Park has 24 seconds left in his penalty. .140 remaining, and now we'll go to the out-of-town scoreboard. There you see Montreal ahead 2-1. Esposito had tied it, and Henri Richard gave the Montreal Canadiens the lead for the second time in the game at 11-12 of the first period. Up the ice now for Rick Lee. No score as Rick Lee takes a long shot off the boards. McMillan in after it. He's got it. Monahan shot it by the open corner. Monahan's got it again. Monahan having all kinds of trouble. Gets it into Keon. Keon back in the net. Goes the other side. Back to Baugh. Baugh let his shot go. It's on the goalpost. And Giacomo didn't see it. Grabbed a hold of it. And you'll see it sitting there on the goalpost. Now we'll have a look at a replay of it. There's Keon. Now he's back in the net. He's squeezed, so he has to go back the other way. He sees Vaughn. There it goes back. He takes the shot. Watch it on the goalpost. There's Jackman. He sees it. And he grabs it. And that's where play ends. Well, we have 1 minute and 11 seconds to go in the first period, and there's no score. Lots of action as Keon lost the puck, and the Rangers with Jimmy Nielsen getting it to the blue line. There's Hadfield and Vaughn having a shoving match. Two real tough customers. And the two have played it hard all through this series. New York leading 3-2. This is the 6th game of the quarterfinals. The Leafs must win this one to force the 7th and deciding game in New York on Sunday. 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining in the first period. Elman, Ellis, Henderson, along with Lee and Baugh.
Last minute of play in this period.
It goes back to Sealing, over to Nielsen. Nielsen turns, he passed it. Henderson didn't get loose as it just went off his stick. Back up for Stemkowski. He was given a jolt by Baugh. Ellis. Up for Ullman. He couldn't get out. The shot knocked down by Lee. Off the boards for Henderson. Henderson is checked by McGregor. McGregor. Checked by Baugh. Baugh moves up. Took a jolt from Nielsen. Henderson keeps the puck in the Ranger zone. Stemkowski shot it around on the board. Ellis missed it. Irvin Trying to come out, gets it to Nielsen with 18 seconds, flipped it in the lead zone, blocked him out of the net, tipped it off to the wing. Stankowski trying to center it. Hellman is jammed in on the boards. The puck goes loose. Stankowski trying to center it. He did. Blanc got it with 5 seconds left. Taking off in the lead zone to the right, 5 seconds remaining in the first period. Rattel with Hadfield and Gilbert, along with Park and Horton. Allman, Ellis, and Henderson remain pat out there with Lee and Bond. On the face-off, it goes to Gilbert. He handed it to Henderson. Henderson took a long shot that went down into the Rangers zone as the bell goes to end the first period for Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, the Stanley Cup playoff. Getting set to drop the puck, he does. Play is underway in the second period, and Bond gets it over to Dory. Dory's pass for Keon. Keon over the line, closing in. Pass it to Monahan. Shot by Jackman as Keon put him right in. Back up for Rolfe, over to Nevin. Up at center, over the blue line. Trying to go around Dory, and he was too well covered, and Monahan is back for it. Off the boards to center ice. Stopped there by Rolfe, over to Horton. Horton stopped by Keon. Keon at center. He tries to go around the defense, and it was broken up by Kachuk, who's given a bump. Walter Kachuk up at center. Flipped it over the line, goes after it. Dory beat him to it, over to Monahan. Monahan just flicks the puck down the ice. Keon is replaced by Allman. Back of the net for Rolfe. Rolfe takes a look. Now over here to Balone. Balone passes it right on to Henderson's stick. It was checked by Dory. Henderson and Allman. Allman comes up with it over the line. Allman giving it to Henderson. Over to Dory. Here comes the shot. That hit Horton on the skate. Balone for Kachuk. Broken up by Dory again. Only handed it to Kachuk. Kachuk over the line. Closing in with Balone. Gets his shot away and it's wide. Balone centered it. And Ellis races down the right wing at center. Over the blue line with Ullman. Ellis gets set. Back it there for Lee. There's the shot. It ends up at the side of the net. Henderson tried to center it. It's against the fast. Play is called as Jackman makes sure. All set to go. The puck goes to Nielsen. Around on the board. Sittler after it. Lets it go to Lee. Lee lets his shot go. Jackman stopped out and holds it out. On a deflection. Now then Rattel comes over the boards with Hadfield and Gilbert. Brown and Park on the defense. Lee stand pat with Harrison with Spencer and Sittler. Along with Lee and McKinney. Rangers get the draw, but Sittler intercepted Rattel's pass, knocked him down. Spencer tried to get a hard shot away, and the Rangers break it up. A long pass for Gilbert over his stick. Play is called as it was offside. Rod Gilbert, right winger for the New York Rangers, who's been a real thorn in the Leaf side and has played extremely well on that right wing. Rattel, number 19, is at center with Hadfield on the left wing, Horton and Rolfe on the defense. Keon, McMillan, and Monahan as Rick Lee pulled away from Gilbert over to Monahan into Keon. Keon took his shot right on, and Jackman stood into Hadfield. Hadfield is covered. McMillan, back of the net, is covered by Rolfe. Play is called.
Quite a bruise around that left eye. That hasn't seemed to diminish his efforts in there because he's still taking a good shot at those people when he gets a chance.
Toronto outshot the New York Rangers in the first period 10-9. There were 9 penalties, 5 to New York and 4 to the Leafs. There's no scoring in the game so far as it comes back to Lee. Lee lets his shot go and hit the goal post. McMillan in the corner is taken over the play by Horton. Well, shot it around. McKenny stopped it. Picked off by Kachuk. Hit Keon. Rolfe races after it and gets the puck down the ice into the Leaf zone. Back there for it is Lee again. Rick Lee. Up for McKenny. McKenny goes to center. Shot the puck off the boards. It goes to Jackman. Jackman waits. Shot it around on the boards. McKenny moves up. Trying to keep it in. Malone took a whack at it. Dave Malone back to Jackman to Rolfe. Rolfe number 5. Takes a look. Deflects off Keon's stick. Monahan knocked it down. Gets the puck at center. And Monahan turns with a backhand. Shoots it right back in the Ranger zone. Lisa changing on the go as Ellis Holman come over the boards, and Tim Horton starts out for New York. His pass to Kachuk at center. Up with Neville. Over the line. Monahan back quickly. Flips it for McKenny. McKenny then to Ellis. Ellis overskates the puck. Malone sent it into Kachuk. He's covered by Monahan, and Ullman comes up with it. To Monahan. Monahan shot the puck into the Ranger zone. Jackman into the corner. Ullman after it. Malone trying to hold it with his skates. It comes loose. Ullman's got it to Henderson. He missed it. He let go, and he missed it completely. Pelech moves up. He shot the puck into the Ranger zone. Jackman stopped it back of the net. It's still loose in the Ranger zone. Kachuk gets it up to Nevin. Nevin going down the ice. Henderson after him, and it's knocked to Ullman. Down goes Ullman. The Rangers were changing. Back to Ellis. There's his shot, and he fired it wide, and the rebound will go up into the crowd. Up into the Blues, as a matter of fact. New York and Toronto scoreless in the second period. 15:47 remaining to play. And the puck goes back into the Leaf zone, and Bobby Bond takes a look. Knocked down by Irvin. Then Bond gets it to Ullman. Ullman to Ellis. Ellis coming down the right side over the blue line. Takes a shot. Passed it for Ullman. Ullman hooked it into the corner. Semteski after it. Ullman after him. Still chasing him. Henderson the same thing. It goes to Irvin, then Ellis gets it. Ellis just shot it right on a Nielsen stick. He moves up with McGregor. Nielsen centered it. Lost his stick. Here's the shot right near the Leaf net. And Ullman back to the goal. Lost it to McGregor. Right in front. Semteski shot it wide. The puck into the corner. Plant's got his stick. As Ellis fails to get it out. Hadfield along the boards, and Ullman gets it to Lee. At least to Pelech. Pelech coming out. A pass for Ellis. Ellis trying to get into the clear. Right in and goal. And a great save by Jackman on Ronnie Ellis.
Ron Ellis breaking away on that puck from Pelech. As he got in behind Hadfield, Hadfield checking back, and that Ranger defense made a great job getting back. Ellis slipping it through the feet here and getting away a hard shot, and Eddie Jackman taking it on his chest pad.
No score. 14:44 remaining in the second period. Harrison Gardens in Toronto, the Stanley Cup playoffs. Keon with McMillan. McMillan gets the puck back to Dory. Dory turns, shot it into the corner. It goes back in the net. Jackman stopped it there for Horton. Horton takes a look, passed it out, and Kachuk. Deflected by Dory to McMillan. Over for Dory. For Keon. Keon turns, the pass for Bond. Bond takes it. Stopped that hard drive by Bond. Back up for Kachuk and Nevin. Nevin at center ice. Over on the line to Rolfe. Rolfe closes in with a pass, and Dory's got it. Dory passed it. Keon didn't see it. Now he's got it. Flipped it back to Dory. Then Dory back to the net. Coming out with Keon. Up to Keon at center. To the Ranger line. Going with a left-hand shot, and that was stopped by Jackman. Cleared along the board. Bond and Kachuk up together. Rolfe's got the puck going down with Nevin. One man back. They're over the line to Nevin. Nevin back for Rolfe. Oh, and Dory got a piece of it with his stick. A pass to Nevin with Rolfe standing in front. Oh, and Rolfe failed to put that one in. Dory shot it to the boards again. Now he's checked by Nevin. Out for Kachuk. Vaughn got a piece of him. And it's McMillan. Long pass for Keon to Dory. Dory over the Ranger line. Offside was McMillan. 13:02 remaining in the second period. And no score.
Jim Dory coming up with a big save on that 2-1 break as Bob Nevin tried to set Dale Rolfe up, and Dory just getting a stick on the puck at the last moment.
Coming up on our next intermission, we'll have a film feature entitled Day of a Game. Jack Bennett will bring us up to date on the other series in progress tonight, and Ward and Bob Golden will be live for this period. And away we go now, and it's Jimmy Nielsen bringing the puck out with a pass to Ron Stewart, number 12. A pass back to Nielsen. A long shot. That was wide of the net. Blount comes out. Flipped it to Ellis. Ellis is watched by Glenn Sather. To McKinney. Back to Ellis. Ellis trying to get it out. Stopped by Stewart. Stewart over to Sealing. Sealing of New York takes a long shot wide of the net. Jim McKinney. Over to Mike Pellick. Up to Ron Ellis. Ellis with a pass for Ullman. It deflected out to center ice. Back on the ice have come Lee and Gilbert. The team's back at full strength. A pass to Ullman. Ullman couldn't get through the defense. Gilbert checked by Ullman. He shot it back into the Ranger zone, and Gilbert has to go back. Ullman after it. Gilbert checked by Ullman, and Sealing's after it. Henderson goes in to do some checking. Sealing goes back to the net. Sealing takes a look. Shoots it off the boards, out to center ice for Stewart. Stewart stops. Ellis trying to take it away from him. McKinney gets into it, and then they hold it for a face-off. 11:48 remaining in the second period, and a great bit of forechecking by Norm Ulmer. Jimmy Harrison and Brad Parker serving 5-minute majors. The minor penalties are over. 11:48 remaining in the second period. No score in the game. Montreal continues to lead Boston 2-1. Puck is shot into the loose zone, and Blount leaves it there for Armstrong, number 10. He's checked. The puck goes loose into the corner. Bond after it with McGregor. Up for Sittler. Stopped by Nielsen. His shot. Blount cleared that, and it's going up into the box seats over the glass. Now then, Monahan, Keon, and McMillan coming over the boards. And Kachuk comes out with Nevin and Hadfield. And these two lines are performing double duty, Goldie.
There certainly hasn't been much continuity in the line changes. We may see the same line on every other shift for quite a few times.
The puck comes to McMillan. McMillan came out of his own zone, goes to center over the red line, trying to go around Rolfe. Passes back for Keon. Hadfield checked by Keon. Rolfe gets it out, though, to center ice. Dory then for Keon, broken up by Hadfield to Kachuk for Hadfield, and it's knocked off his stick by Keon. So now you have Hadfield playing with Kachuk and Nevin. McMillan to Keon. Keon, one man back. Keon takes the shot right on, and a good save by Jackman. Goes out over the line. Vaughn ran into Kachuk. McMillan hit Monahan. Long shot. Plot stopped. At least Plot stopped that, and going back for it is Dory. He's nearly checked. Dory takes a look. His pass for Keon is deflected out the center. Goes over to Horton. Horton of the Rangers moves up with a long shot. And Jacques Plante stopped that one. Bob Bond. Pass for Keon, number 14 at center. Comes up to the Ranger line. Tried to go through. Gilbert fell over Horton. Bond flipped it back in again. Keon quickly knocked it down with a high stick, and play is called back. In the event of a seventh and deciding game in either Series A or B in the Eastern Division quarterfinals, we'll be bringing you the action live from the opening face-off this Sunday. This telecast we brought you in part by Ford of Canada, their Mercury and Ford dealers. We just received word from the statisticians down below that the shots on goal were 10-9 in favor of New York, not the other way around. Going back for it is Lee. Lee holds it against the boards, and it comes loose. McGregor trying to center it. Irvin standing right in front, and it goes out to Ellis. Ellis coming down the ice with Henderson. Ellis over the line, stops. Look at backhand, and Jackman steered it into the corner. 9:45 remaining in this second period. There's no score as Stemkowski and McGregor closing in. McGregor right in. He shot. Oh, John stopped it. He's got it again. And Peter Stemkowski can't believe it. That was behind him.
Bruce McGregor cutting across that blue line after Stemkowski left it for him, and getting away a little flip backhanded, went high in the air in behind Jock Kwan, and Stemkowski seeing that puck, and there's the save by Normie Ullman, who swept it back in behind Jock Kwan. And that puck, if it dropped just a little bit shorter, would have been under Ullman sticking into the net.
No score as the Rangers come awfully close. Nielsen took a shot. It's loose in front. Cleared out by Rick Lee to center. Nielsen over to Sealing, number 16, on the right side. Up to Peter Stemkowski, over to McGregor. McGregor to Stemkowski, and he's shot wide. Ullman after it. Normie Ullman now with Ellis and Henderson. Coming down the ice, over the line for Ellis. Ellis tried to cruise through. McKinney brings it in. One right in. Oh, he shoots. Oh, and Jackman covered the short side on that. And that's a great chance at the Leafs just missed.
Very difficult angle. McKinney picking that loose puck up and all the way into the corner, but at a tremendous angle. Eddie Jackman just held his ground, and McKinney had very little room to shoot out there and hit Jackman in the chest.
All set to go. Harrison gets the draw. Bond had moved up, kept it in. Rattel gets a hold of it, though, to Gilbert. Then for Hadfield, Spencer breaks that up. Spencer coming down the right wing over the line, tried to set up Rattel. Harrison moved in. The two lead players fell together, and Dave Ballone comes up with it. Spencer ran into Ballone. It's Brad Park taking a long shot that Plant covered, getting it to Jimmy Harrison. Harrison, a pass for Sittler. And Spencer went after Brown and missed him. Vaughn to Dory, up for Sittler. Then to Harrison. Harrison going over the Ranger line, trying to cut in, and Sittler moved up. The Rangers get a hold of it. Here comes Gilbert. Up with Ballone. They're over the line. Offside, a hard shot and a good save by Jacqueline. And we go to the out-of-town scoreboard again, and the Boston Bruins have tied it all up. 2-2 in the second period at 5:57. Freddie Stanfield from Johnny Busick and Johnny McKenzie.
Bill, I just noticed Vic Hatfield is getting double duties back out there with Kachuk and Bob Nevin again, and there must be an injury on that Ranger club because he's been going with the both lines pretty well all this period.
Rolf shot the puck into the Leaf zone, and going back for it is Lee. Lee gets it up to Monahan. Monahan hit Horton. Horton keeps the puck in, tried to center it. Rick Lee shot it off the boards and out the center. Dale Rolf goes back for it. It goes, and McKinney got it with a skate up for Keon. Keon knocked it to McMillan. Play is called offside.
Now we take a look down that Ranger bench, and the fellow who should be playing that shift is Ted Irvin. And there he is right beside Peter Stemkowski, so he obviously isn't injured.
The puck goes into the Ranger zone, and it's Horton with 7:37 remaining in the period, losing to Keon. Then to McMillan. Back for Keon. Quickly keeps it in with a pass for McMillan. The puck goes loose and it's cleared out. The Rangers got a three-man break. They're going down. Walter Tkachuk in alone. Right in the goal, he shoots. Bob Nevin from Walter Tkachuk.
Not too often you'll see a three-man breakaway, but the Rangers had one there as Walter Tkachuk had about 5 strides on McKinney. Here's the big save by Plant. Watch Bob Nevin cruising in the back there and just picked up that rebound out of the air. No one in that net at all. He picked that puck off the ice about 3 or 4 inches.
New York goal scored by number 8, Nevin. Assist number 18, Tkachuk, and number 11, Hadfield. The time 12:39.
12:39 as the Leafs go into the Ranger zone. Right there, trying to stop the Leaf player. Here's Bond with a shot, knocked down by Sealing, and that's going down the ice and over the red line. And going back to touch it is Pellick. And the Rangers lead 1-0 with 7:02 remaining in the second period. Ullman, Ellis, Henderson, Pellick, and Bond. Demkowski gets the draw to Nielsen. Nielsen shot it out on the left wing, and it goes to Bond. Bond ran into Irvin. The puck goes to Nielsen. Nielsen flips the puck into the Leaf zone. Plant caught that. Shot it out to Henderson. Henderson, a long pass for Ellis. Ellis going over the blue line, and that's called offside.
They're looking for Ellis breaking down that wing, and Henderson just about a foot inside that Leaf blue line as linesman John D'Amico right on top of the play called the offside.
The puck goes down the ice into the Ranger zone. Nielsen going back for it. Ullman after him. Took him out of the play. Henderson centered it. Broken up by Sealing. Sealing gets it up to center ice to Stemkowski. Over to McGregor. McGregor trying to cut in. Goes back to the net. He's hit. Ron Ellis handed it back to McGregor right in front of Stemkowski, and that shot is going over the glass into the crowd. 6 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the second period. 1-0 New York.
Ted Irvin is out there now with Peter Stemkowski and Bruce McGregor, so we may have to look to some kind of an injury to Dave Malone because he's the other left wing who hasn't been having too much ice time in his second period.
And now then the Rangers are making another change, and they're sending out Sather. Now they're going to... Stemkowski is going off the ice, so it's McGregor going to center with Stewart on the right wing and Sather on the left. There's another combination.
Well, that's that fourth line that Emile Francis uses quite often, although quite often you'll have John Rattel playing center between Stewart and Sather. Bruce McGregor has played there on several occasions in previous games.
All set to go. The puck is dropped. Ullman after the puck comes up with it. Right a pass for Ellis that Sather broke up. Ellis back in his own zone. McGregor had him checked along the boards, and they'll hold it there for a face-off with 6 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the second period. 1-0 New York. It was Nevin from Tkachuk and Hadfield at 12:39. Ellis shoots the puck back to Pellick. Pellick in the corner, overskates it, gets it again. A pass for Henderson too far. Sather passed it over for McGregor. McGregor jammed against the boards. The puck comes loose. Ullman sets Ellis up on the right side. Over the line. There's his shot, and he missed the target. Back for Horton, who was bumped by Ellis. Sather gets away from Ullman, giving it to Rolfe. A long pass into the Leaf zone for Stewart, and Plot knocked it off to the wing. Now then lead Ullman. Back to Henderson. Henderson over the line. Drops it for Ullman, and it was Stewart who picks it off. To Sather. Long shot. Plant gloved that. And it's Rick Lee back of the net. Over for Armstrong. And he's checked by Malone. And the Rangers are really checking now with 5 minutes remaining in the second period. Lee to Bond. He just shot it out over the blue line, and Brad Park keeps it in again. Rick Lee knocked down back of the net. Play is called. From Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, the Stanley Cup playoff. New York 1, Toronto Maple Leafs nothing with 4:46 remaining in the second period. Sittler shot the puck into the corner. Lee along the boards. Gilbert gets it back to the blue line. A shot hits Lee. Lee trying to get away with Harrison. Harrison over the line. Line to center it. Sittler couldn't get to it, and it's cleared back. Lee then to Harrison again. He was checked, and the puck goes back into the Leaf zone. Plon up to Darryl Sittler. And for Harrison off his skate. Brown passing it over to Brad Park. Number 2 up to Rattel. Over the line with Gilbert offside with Dave Malone. Four minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the second period. 1-0 New York. Harrison kicking the puck to the Ranger blue line. Brown stops there, passed up to Malone. He's hit by Harrison. Jim McKinney tried to get over the line. Harrison waits for his teammate to get onside. Shot it in. Yakima stopping it there. Brown shot it around on the boards. Lee moves up with a shot. That's deflected wide of the net. Brown back of the goal. Into the corner for Gilbert. He centered it, and Malone's got it. Malone gets it up to Rattel. Over for Malone. Over the line. Malone closing in. Takes his shot wide. Brad Park moves up. And it's Rick Lee around on the boards for Armstrong. Brown kept it in for New York. Jim McKinney back of the goal. And the checking really close by New York now. Bob Nevin broke up a play in the Leaf zone, centered it, and Plot knocked it back again, and play is called. Walter Tkachuk with Hadfield and Nevin, along with Sealing and Nielsen. Nielsen tried to move up. McMillan then for Keon off his skate going down the ice. It's touched by Sealing, and that's icing called against the Maple Leafs. Facing off, Montreal has taken the lead 3-2 over the Boston Bruins in the second period. Jacques Lemaire from Frank Mahavlich and J.C. Tremblay at 10:34. Hadfield, number 11, back to Rolfe. His shot deflected by Tkachuk, and Plot gives it to Dory. Around on the boards it comes for McMillan. McMillan stopped by Hadfield. Hadfield going to the boards. Puck goes loose to Tkachuk. Dory after it. Then to Keon. Keon trying to get away from Hadfield. Gets it up to Dory. Four of them coming at center. A pass for McMillan. And that goes back out. Vaughn waits for his teammates to get onside. He gets hit and jumped by Horton. The puck goes back to the net. Shot around from Nevin to Hadfield. Hadfield up to Rolfe. Rolfe down at center. Over the line, he spun around and knocked down, and the puck goes to McMillan. McMillan just shot the puck to center. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the second period. 1-0 New York. Irvin covered by McMillan. It comes out over the blue line, and Stankowski's got it. And he shoots it back. And the Leafs is slowed down to a walk as Dory tried to come out of his own zone, flipped it back into the corner, and Irvin's got it. He shot it, Plot covered it. McGregor tried to center. Stankowski covered by Dory. McGregor back to Rolfe. Rolfe shot it into the corner. Monahan after it. He just digs it out and shoots it down the ice, and the Leafs are Changing on the go. A minute and 18 seconds as Stemkowski up at center. Takes a long shot. Clark puts it into Henderson. Henderson up to Ellis. Ellis comes down the right wing. Shot it over the line for Ullman.
Last minute of play in this period.
Knocked down, and Irvin comes back up for New York with 55 seconds remaining. Over the blue line. Stops. Passes for Stemkowski. Nielsen lets one go. That's just wide of the corner. McGregor. Checked by Henderson. Stemkowski comes up with it. Holds it against the boards, and play is called. Sealing right there with him. .36 seconds remaining in the second period. 1-0 New York. Nevin from Kachuk and Hadfield. Jimmy Nielsen shooting the puck into the Leaf zone, and it's Jim McKinney there in the corner. He flipped it back to Lee. Lee's pass. He had to go and recover himself. It shot around on the boards. Ellis ran into Nielsen, and McKinney brings it out. His pass broken up by Nielsen to Kachuk. Given a bump, Kachuk then lets his shot go, and Plot stopped that. Jim McKinney takes a long shot up the center, and there goes the bell to end the second period with the Rangers leading 1-0. From Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, the Stanley Cup playoffs. Now we're all set to go. Third period, 1-0 the Rangers. Keon gets the draw to Dory. Up to Keon. Keon shot the puck off Nevin into the Rangers zone. Jackman tapping it there. He got it right in front of the net. It got hooked on his pad, and somehow that one nearly went in the net. Have a look at this one. Now watch Jackman just casually come out of the net. There he goes. He's got it on his pad, and he nearly put it in his own net. Ready for the face-off. The Rangers got the draw. Horton covered by Keon. It hit a leg. Horton back for it in the corner. Keon after him, scraped him off. Monahan moved up, and Nevin was there. He passed it over to Rolfe. Rolfe with a long shot, and Jock can't stop that. Hatfield hit by McMillan, and play is called. Rick Hatfield, number 11, up winger with the Rangers, assistant captain, of course. And he's all set to start again, and the Leafs are going to make a change. Ullman, Henderson, Ellis, McKinney, and Lee. Stemkowski, Irvin, and McGregor, along with Sealing and Nielsen. We're in the first minute of the third period. New York leading 1-0. Ullman to McKinney. McKinney back to the net, starting out. Coming up to his own blue line at center. He shot it into the Rangers zone. Jackman stopped it. He shot it, but not out. Stemkowski. Up for Nielsen. He shot the puck into the Leaf zone, and back for it goes Henderson. Henderson around on the boards for Ullman. Ullman is checked. Sealing tried to keep it in. He did, and Ullman comes up with it. Into Rick Lee. Lee back in the net. And the Leafs seem to stop skating. A pass to McKinney. Up with Ullman. Took the pass off his skate. Into the Rangers zone. Back for it is Sealing. Sealing trying to get it out. Cleared it along the boards for McGregor. McGregor brings it out. To center. Walked around Lee. Going in on the right wing, and he's too well covered. He centered it. Just shoots it out and down the ice. And Lee's going after it. Jackman came out of the net and got it out to center. A pass for Stemkowski. Harrison fell on top of him. It's knocked into the corner. McKinney and Irvin buck together. McKinney. He's checked by McGregor, and Harrison gets a hold of it. He's dumped. Back up the ice for Lee. Lee to center. Got it over the line, but Harrison down over ahead of him. Sealing just takes his time, and that is called. Sittler now at center ice with Spencer on one wing and Armstrong on the other. Spencer was checked. Brad Clark stopped by Spencer to Sittler. Broke it up alone, shot the puck into the loose zone, and it's Mike Pellick back there. Pellick missing a check from Gilbert. And to Sittler. Sittler coming up to center with Spencer. Spencer over the line. Trying to get set, and Gilbert breaks it up. Giving it out to Brad Clark. Down went Gilbert. Clark over the line. Sittler trying to skate him off. Clark passed it back. Gilbert wrapped it back in the net into the corner. And it's Mike Pellick to Dale Sittler. Sittler up on the wing to Armstrong. A long pass down the ice. Spencer races after it. Jackman comes under the net. Spencer went after it, but Jackman deflected it off his stick into the crowd.
That's twice Eddie Jackman has come a long way out of his net. Bill, incidentally, the Hockey News has just released their all-star team. Eddie Jackman and Brad Park of the New York Rangers are on it with Bobby Orr, Esposito, Hodge, and Johnny Busick. For the second team, 2 Toronto players, Jacques Plante and Davey Keon, along with J.C. Trombley, Magnuson, Quinwire, and Bobby Hull. I wonder how close they'll be to the official all-star team.
Okay, Bob, and we're all set to ear off for the face-off in the Rangers zone to the right. Keon, McMillan, and Monahan. Monahan failed to get the puck. Nevin flipped it to Walter Kachuk. Kachuk shot it in, stopped by Quad, and knocked it off the wing to McMillan. McMillan kicks it out to Monahan. Monahan up at center, over the Windsor line, goes around Rolf, hits it for Keon. He was knocked down by Nevin. Puck goes to Lee. Lee took his shot, Rolf got it underneath him, and play is called.
Let's have a look at that play again as that shot from the point by Ricky Lee knocked down here and smothered by Dale Rolfe, and there's the check on Keon. The puck going back to the point here. Ricky Lee picking that up in a hard shot of Dale Rolfe doing a great job in that Ranger defense, smothered the puck in front of Jackman with Keon standing right on the doorstep.
16 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the third period. Keon, McMillan, and Monahan. Keon is dumped by Kachuk, and Monahan gets the puck. Monahan trying to center it. It comes back to Lee. Took a shot, and Rolfe broke that up. His pass off the boards, and Nevin gets it out. McKinney shot it to an open wing. McMillan and Keon try to get loose. Keon for Monahan. And it's Dale Rolfe losing it to Horton. Back to Rolfe. Pass at center, broken up by McKinney. Into McMillan, in for Keon, Jackman. Knocked it off the glass, and Nevin gets it. Monahan keeps it in to Keon, and he lost it off his stick. Walter Kachuk, a long shot wide. Plante came out of the goal. McKinney back for it. McKinney leading a 4-man rush. Shot it off Nevin's skate. It goes to Jackman. He left it there, tried to check Keon. He still got it. Knocked into the corner for Nevin. Monahan checked him. Keon's got the puck. And here's his shot.
Saved by Jackman as Dave Keon got away a hard slap shot from about 35 feet out. And watch that left foot come out on Jackman as he had Keon's shot going for that far corner, and he pulled it into him and caused the face-off in the Ranger end.
They at one. Try to make the Leafs nothing. 15:31 remaining in the third period. The puck goes to the corner. Nielsen shot it around on the boards for McGregor. His pass to Stemkowski. Out he comes. Got the puck in. Was given a jolt from Dory. And Vaughn is back. Giving it to Dory. Dory is checked by McGregor. McGregor trying to come out in front, and it goes back into the corner. Comes back to the blue line. Nielsen is shot. That was stopped. Vaughn left it, but not out. Nielsen shot it into the corner again. McGregor trying to center it. Henderson to Dory. Jim Dory. Ray Ullman over the line. Back to Dory. Takes his shot. Not that. The puck comes out to center ice to Stanley. Over the line for Irvin. Irvin gets his shot away and Paul juggled it and holds onto it.
Peter Stemkowski breaking out that Ranger end with that little dump pass to Ted Irvin. Ted Irvin on a very tough angle. He got away a hard shot that gave Jock Pond a lot of trouble as he juggled it, and the puck squirted loose. Irvin coming in again and Jock Pond holding it with his hand.
They didn't drop the puck fairly. They'll do it again. 14:40 remaining in the third period. 1-0 New York. Harrison. Got by Rattel. Barone gets it back to the blue line. Brown a shot. Can't stop that. The rebound. Rattel centered it. McKinney brings it out. Long pass for Armstrong. Over the line. Armstrong stops. Cleared it over. Gilbert can't get it out. Lee into Sitley. Sitley tried to center it. Lee lets his shot go, and that deflects into the corner. Off the boards for McKinney. He kept it in. And Sitley tried to get to it. Gilbert gets it out. Right back for it is Lee. Over to McKinney. Up for Harrison. Harrison going at center. He shot it in. Jackman stopped it. Laid it over to Brad Clark. Up for Rattel. Over the line for Rattel. Closing in. He's checked by Armstrong. Centered it. Made the shot. And Malone shot it wide. Malone centered it. Harrison in the lead. He's checked by Rattel. Into Malone. And he failed on his backhand and was knocked down. McKinney unable to get out. It goes out to center ice. Shot right back in again, and Plant stopped that and brought back by Lee. Lee gets it up for Dion. That was broken up by Rolfe and shot back, and Jack Plant's got it again. Dion wrapping it back to Lee. Lee. Ahead it comes to Monahan. Back to Lee. Over to Barnes. Back to Lee again. Around it comes to Monahan, and Monahan is checked by Kachuk. He centered it for Nevin, and he shot it wide. McMillan coming back for the Leafs. And he's checked by Rolfe. Back for Hetfield. Over the line, closing in with Kachuk. Hetfield shoots, and Barnes fell in front of it. And we have a face-off in the Leafs zone. And from the draw, the puck comes back to Rolfe. He knocked it into the corner. And Bob Vaughn has it. Around to Pellick. Pellick up to Monahan. Then to Keon. Keon at center. Shot the puck around on the board. Yakima stopped it there to Rolfe. Around it goes to Hatfield off his stick to Kachuk. Keon took him out of the play. Bond shot it right back in again. Horton goes after it. Horton's pass to Kachuk going down the ice. Bond back. Pellick gets back too. Kachuk's shot was stopped by Jock Plot on it with a stick. Kachuk digs the puck out, puts it back. Pellick getting it to the line. Keon got it out, but there's nobody there to get it. Well, shoots it back in with 11:48 remaining in the third period. 1-0 for the Rangers. Pellick to McMillan. And he can't get anywhere. Bob Bond. Up to Pellick. Pellick knocked the puck over the line. Got back by Nielsen. Nielsen passing it on a ceiling stick. Flipped out at center for Irvin. Back to Stankowski offside.
There's Bernie Braun on that Leaf bench with a little chatter trying to get that Leaf club of his going. And over at the other end is Gilles Villeneuve at the far end of that Ranger bench.
11 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the third period. New York 1, Toronto nothing. It goes back to Jimmy Nielsen. Nielsen coming up at center, shooting the puck into the Leaf zone, and Jacques Plante leaves it there for Rickley. Rickley shot it over to Ellis. Ellis trying to get away. Failed to, and Irvin shoots it right back into the Leaf zone. Rickley to Ullman. Ullman coming up at center. He hits Nielsen, and he has to go back over to McKinney. McKinney back for Ellis. Into the Ranger zone goes Ullman. Jackman shot it off the board. McKinney kept it in. Goes back to the net there, and it's Rod Sealing, number 16. Sealing coming out. Shot it up to center. Ted Irvin gets the puck into the lead zone, and it's McKinney going back for it. McKinney with a pass for Ellis. Goes back to McKinney, 18, and we have 10:19 remaining in the third period. Up to Henderson. Henderson at center. Over the Ranger line. Back to Ullman. In for Henderson. He's going to whack at it, and Jackman juggled it but held on.
That puck flying through here on pass from Ellis. Henderson breaking through with Ullman tipping it up and the puck high in the air, and Henderson trying to pick it out of the air, but Eddie Jackman pulling it in with his left hand to the faceoff.
New York 1. Toronto Maple Leafs no score with Sittler, Spencer, and Armstrong. Bond and Dory. Dory moves up. He was checked. Gilbert bringing it out. Covered by Spencer. Goes into the lead zone. Rattel after it. Bond steps into him, and Sittler has it. Over for Armstrong. Armstrong up for Sittler. Broken up by Larry Brown. He shot it over the line. Bond brings it back out again to Sittler. Spencer on the left wing trying to catch up with it. Brad Park brings it back for New York. Shot the puck into the lead zone, line of the net, and it's Dory. Checked by Rattel to Gilbert, going ready to goal. The pass was behind below. And Armstrong gets it out to center, up to the blue line. Was hit. The puck goes out over the blue line, and Bond has it to Dory. Dory over the line. He failed to get through. Spencer kept it in, only to have Rattel shoot it out. Dory to Armstrong. Gets the puck back into the Ranger zone. Park right in front of his own net, and Spencer ran into him, but the puck went loose. Gilbert with Rattel is hit by Bond. Darryl Sittler coming back to the Ranger line, and over, and out again, and the puck comes to Dory. Over to Bond, up to Sittler, broken up by Park. Then to Gilbert, who shot it into the lead zone. Hatfield goes after it. Jacques Plot steering it over to McMillan. Shot it back again, and it's Dory. Jim Dory. Straight up at center. Over to Keon, to McMillan. Broken up by Rolfe. Ahead to Kachuk. Over for Nevin offside. Kachuk on the left wing. In the third period, 1-0 New York as Keon gives the puck to Monahan. Monahan turns back to Lee. Rick Lee, a pass up to Keon at center. Keon to the Ranger line and over. Offside was Billy McMillan. Lawler Kachuk with Vic Hadfield and Bob Nevin. Thornton and Rolfe. Monahan back to Lee. A long shot right on. Jackman gloved that. To Horton. Horton covered by Keon, and play is called. A face-off in the Ranger zone to the left. 7 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the third period. Walter Kachuk facing off against Keon. Goes back to Dale Rolfe. Rolfe back of the net. Stops there. Keon after him. Rolfe shot the puck off the boards out to Kachuk. Kachuk at center. Over the blue line with Hadfield. Shot it into the corner. Hadfield after it with Lee. Monahan digs it out to McKinney. And McKinney over for McMillan. McMillan is checked by Hadfield. It goes back to Rolfe. Off the boards by McKinney, and Lee has to go back for it. That's Lee, then to Keon. Keon passed it back to Rick Lee. Intercepted by Irvin. Irvin going in, one man back, a shot. Oh, and Clark got his glove out on that. Rick Lee to Keon. Keon up at center. To the Ranger line. Keon went too far. He had the whole open net. He goes after it again. Tried to center it for Monahan. McKinney has it. Into Keon. Keon centered it right in front. He's got it again. Another shot. They bang at it 3 times. Then Jackman holds it out.
Well, Davey Keon slipping through that Ranger defense. All kinds of room as he made a great move through Horton and Rolfe here. Picked that puck up in behind and seemed to have Jackman at his mercy. Lost the puck off the end of his stick. And look at all that room. Just a little bit by the net, and as he went to shoot it, the puck slid off his stick.
6 minutes and 47 seconds left as Keon went in alone. Straight around on the board. Stopped by Pellick, but not before it rolled out. Pellick over to Bond. Bond moves up, takes his shot, it hit Nielsen. Then Bond gets it again, flipped it over the line. Sealing goes after it. Got it off the boards. The Leafs trying to keep it in. The Rangers bring it out. McGregor gets it over to Irvin. One man back. Irvin's shot hit Bond. And Stankowski let one go. It comes back to the blue line. Over for Sealing. Sealing's pass stopped by Pelican over his stick to McGregor. McGregor has it underneath, and that's where play ends.
There's a look at a real great playoff defenseman, Marcel Pronovo. Probably one of the best playoff defensemen, Bill, I ever had the opportunity to play with, and he's kind of enjoying himself.
Mike Pellick starting out now for the Leafs. Henderson is loose. A pass for Henderson over the line. There's a backhand. A shot in front of the net. Pellick kicked that. And it goes to Sealing, and he shot it down the ice. 5 minutes and 46 seconds left. One nothing for the Rangers as Dale Rolfe is watched by Sittler. Trying to get it out. Gets it by Spencer down the ice, and Rick Lee goes back for it. Rick Lee back of the net. With Sittler. Takes the pass. Sittler gets it up at center. Horton shot it right back in again. Lee in for Spencer. Stewart holding it against the boards. Play is called.
Play is going as he gives Keon a pat in the back, and boy, that pressure must be pretty tough on Coach McCullum back there with his team behind 1-0.
Rick Lee then to McKinney. Back to Lee. Up it comes to Spencer. Spencer covered by Stewart. Horton gets it along the boards, and McKinney goes back for it. Jim McKinney now will start out of his own zone. Littell after him. Hooked the puck right back into his own zone, and Horton shoots it out. Lee shot it right back in again. That ends up on the right wing. Armstrong trying to get a skate on it. Rolfe kicking it. Play is called.
Emil Francis behind that Ranger bench, sending out the fresh troops as he's been used almost everyone on that Ranger bench tonight.
4 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in regulation time. 1-0 in favor of New York. On the face-off, the puck goes to Kachuk. Kachuk brings it up at center with Hadfield. A long shot wide of the net, and Jacques Plante knocked it to the corner. Now then, Kachuk. In the corner, still has it. Centered it across the goal mouth. Here's a chance for Sealing a shot. It goes to Jacques Plante, and he holds it out. 4 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. Regulation time. Ran the face-off. Here's Nielsen's shot right on. Clock stopped out. Another shot knocked down by Dory. Then a drive by Hatfield. And that missed the target and came all the way down the ice. Feeling goes back for it. Takes a look. Off the boards for Kachuk. Up at center. Grabbed by Monahan. Monahan over the line. Lets his shot go wide. Up on the mesh and off. Monahan stepped into Nielsen. Jim Dory steals the puck. Here's his shot. That hit Nielsen's skate. Hatfield gets it out with 3:42. Vaughn runs into Kachuk. The puck goes back into the Leaf zone. Jim Dory getting away with a pass to Henderson. Henderson is checked. Goes back for it with 3:25. Henderson coming up the center. Flipped it in. Was knocked out again. He's got it. And his backhand goes into the Ranger zone. Horton after it. Ullman trying to help him out. Trying to dig it out. Nevin comes up with it with 3:09 left. Now then Henderson. Stemkowski broke it up. Blunt knocked it into the corner. Stemkowski trying to center it. And he hands it to Henderson. Henderson coming down the ice. A pass for Ellis. It's offside. Goes back to Lee. Lee shot it off. Keon into the Ranger zone. Jackman to Rolfe. Rolfe is covered. Cleared along the boards for Stewart. Gets it out to Rattel, and it's McKinney. Rangers changing on the goal. 4 Leafs. McKinney over the line. Closing in. Right in there goes.
Let's take a look at that again as the Leafs caught the Rangers on a chain. Jim McKinney broke up over that red line all the way in and cut to his right. Went around Dale Rolfe here. As Rolfe went down with a rising shot, beat Jackman on his stick side.
Jim McKinney, who made the play in the second period that resulted in a Ranger goal, vindicates himself personally by scoring unassisted. Jim McKinney has tied it up, and it's a 1-1 hockey game with 2:34 remaining in this regulation time. There's the score, 1-1, 2:34 left. A solo effort by Jim McKinney. Ties it all up, 1-1. There's our score here, 1-1 tie. And now what the out-of-town scoreboard, St. Louis has gone ahead of Minnesota, 1-0. St. Marseille from Unger and Brewer in the second period. Now we have a 1-1 tie. As the puck is shot at the Leaf blue line, and Ellis gets a hold of it. Ellis gets out of the right wing, over the blue line, and he's checked. Back comes Irvin of the Rangers to the Leaf line. Took a shot and then hit Vaughn, and Pellick goes back for it. Pellick is checked by Stemkowski. Puck is against the boards. Pellick's got it. Up for Henderson. Henderson down the left side. Shot the puck in. Off the boards. Nielsen cleared it up into the crowd, and a face-off in the Rangers zone to the left. Two minutes and 3 seconds left. In regulation time, unassisted for Jim McKinney. And Bob, that certainly vindicates him on that one that the Rangers scored.
That was a beautiful play, and he finished it off with a great shot that handcuffed Jackman.
All set to go. The puck is dropped. Hatfield cleared it out. McKinney stops it. McKinney lifts the backhand into the Ranger zone. Horton wrapped it up into the crowd. It's knocked back out again. Howell set to go. Monahan tried to get the loose puck. Kachuk gets it, though, for the Rangers. Nevin was knocked down. Kachuk gets the puck into the Leaf zone. And it's Billy McMillan. He left it there. Nevin goes after it. He centered it right in front. Keon gets the puck out. Cleared it to McMillan. Back for Keon into the corner. Keon trying to center it. Does. It hit. Right back to Jackman with McMillan right there. Have a look at this one. There's McMillan's pass to Keon. Keon will drag it with a skate. Center it. It'll hit Rolf's skate. And Jackman cover the short side. 1 minute and 24 seconds left in regulation time. It's a 1-1 tie. Hellman, Henderson, Ellis, Vaughn, and Pellick. It goes to the board. Nielsen trying to get it out. Comes to Vaughn. Vaughn kept it in with a backhand. Nielsen is checked partially by Ullman. The puck goes loose to Hatfield. Hatfield brings it out over the blue line, up at center. Takes a long shot, and Jock Plante stopped that.
Last minute of play in this period.
Henderson is covered. Kachuk of the Rangers has it for New York. He tried to go around Pellick into the corner. Henderson covered him. The puck goes to the corner. Nevin takes a look, centered at the ceiling. Getting set for a shot, it hit Vaughn. Hatfield and the Rangers covered. It comes back and out. 34 seconds with overtime threatening. To Nevin, into the Leaf zone. He's grabbed by Pellick, and it's Monahan steering it down the wing. Going back for it is Nielsen. 19 seconds left. Up the ice for Nielsen. Over the red line, to the blue line. A shot. Plante stopped that. Monahan with Keon. And the pass for Keon with 8 seconds goes to Sealing. Sealing covered. Down goes Keon. 1 second, there goes the bell, and we're in overtime. Now Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, the Stanley Cup playoffs. All set to go. The puck is dropped, and there's McMillan with it over to Dory. Dory back to Keon. Keon hit Rolf. Kachuk gets over the line with a flip shot to hit Vaughn. Bob Vaughn goes back of the net, having difficulty controlling it over to Dory. Dory trying to get it out, goes after it. Cleared back for Nevin, and Keon gets it back to Vaughn. Vaughn up to McMillan. It went through him, over the red line. Horton will touch it. Icing is the call against the Maple Leafs. We're in the first minute of the first overtime. 1-1 tie. And the first goal scored ends the game. Keon comes back into position. Robert Kachuk with Hatfield and Nevin, Horton and Rolf. Kachuk gets the draw. Monahan can't get it out. Robert Kachuk trying to get his shot away. It's right in front of the net. Hatfield and Nevin, and he hit the goal post. Nevin hit the goal post. Hatfield centered it. It goes to the blue line. Monahan up to Keon. Keon going down the ice, over the line. Trying to go through, and he fell. McMillan covered his check. Monahan gets the puck to McMillan, and he took a shot. Keon trying to center it. It goes to Kachuk. Gated off by Monahan. And McMillan goes back for it. McMillan stopped by Hadfield. Hadfield gets up and shoots the puck into the lead zone, and Bond's got it. That Bond off the boards, Evans stole it, and he shot it wide. Hadfield moves up. Shot it back of the net for Niven, and Dory cleared it around the glass, but not out. Horton lets his set go, and that just missed the target. The rebound came all the way out. They're really opening up. Bob Bond. Check by Kachuk. Here he gets into McGregor. One man back, and out of nowhere came Monahan to check him. It's underneath, and play is called in a face-off in the lead zone to the right. It's Ullman, Ellis, and Henderson with Lee and McKinney. Over to McKinney. McKinney straight up at center. Took a shot. It was knocked out again. Lee has it to the Ranger line with Henderson. Lost it. Stemkowski turning at his own blue line. Now pass up for Irvin. It goes into the corner. Plot is out of the net. Tipped it. Stemkowski took a whack at it. It deflects over for Sealing and goes out. Sealing over to Nielsen. Shot it over the line, and it's back for Jim McKinney. McKinney to Ullman. Off the board. Irvin breaks it up. Shot it back into the lead zone, and the Rangers have been carrying the play to the Leafs. McKinney then to Ellis. Ellis straight down the right wing. Trying to go around Nielsen. Does. The puck is left there, and Stemkowski's got it. To Malone. To Stemkowski over the line. Back for Malone. Into the corner. Send it up. McGregor's got a hold of it, trying to get a shot away. Passed it back for Rolfe. He shot it into the corner. Ellis gets it out and down the ice. Rolfe back for it. Sittler and Armstrong out there as Rolfe comes down the right wing. And he goes for a slide after being hit by Lee. McKinney clipping it out on the wing. Stopped by Malone. McKinney gets it again. Jim McKinney. Four of them up the center. McKinney a long shot. Caught by Jackman. And he shot it out and down the ice. Mike Pellick. Off the board. Too far for Jimmy Harrison. Rolfe over to Gilbert. Armstrong couldn't get to it. Pellick knocked it right on the Rolfe stick. Over to Horton. Long shot by Horton's wide, and Harrison's back for it. Jimmy Harrison over to Darryl Sittler. He's checked. Mike Pellick into Harrison. Up to Armstrong. Armstrong at center. He shoots it into the Ranger zone. Harrison goes after it. Then into Jackman. But Malone comes up with the puck. Now then Horton and Harrison mixing it up. A shot by Rattel is wide. Malone centering it for Rattel, and Long got a piece of him. Armstrong coming out of his own zone. Shot it off the boards for Sittler. Offside was Harrison. 15:35 remaining in the first overtime. Montreal 8, Boston 3, that's final. And Minnesota's over St. Louis 3-1 now. Bobby Russo for Hansen and Parise, 14-15. Jim McKinney. Right in front of the goal net. Off the puck to Chief Seaton. And that was stopped by McKinney. Harry Monahan to Dave Keogh. Back to McKinney. Over for Lee. Lee, a pass for Keon, broken up by Brad Park. He gets ahead to Niven. Over the line. Up for Kachuk. He's poke checked. Claude over to Lee. Long pass for McMillan. Over the Ranger line. Covered by Nielsen, and Jackman steered it into the corner. The Hatfield was checked by Keon. Nielsen checked by McMillan. Nevin after it. He passed it. Keon couldn't control it. Kachuk right on a Monahan stick. Monahan shoots the puck in. Jackman leaves it there. Nielsen holds it, then gets away from Keon and shot it along the boards to Hatfield. Up it comes to Kachuk. To Hatfield. His shot hit a leg. Keon was checked by Kachuk. Vaughn flipping it out the center. Rolf shot it back. Vaughn lost it to Hatfield, but he was offside inside the blue line. It's 1-1 here in overtime as the puck is cleared back into the lead zone and Plante leaves it there for Vaughn. On off the boards, but not out. Now it's Tim Dory going back. Dory ahead to Ellis. Up for Ullman. Tipped it for Henderson. Just failed to reach it. And Ullman rolled it over the line. Dale Rolfe off the boards for Urban and for Stemkowski. Vaughn runs into Urban. Rolfe for Stemkowski. Over for McGregor. McGregor gets his shot away and Plante glove back. Jim Dory trying to get it out. Fan. Stemkowski stole the puck to Urban. Urban tried to get his shot. Ullman knocked it off to the wing. Ullman off the boards for Ellis. To Henderson. Henderson going down the ice. Over the line. And he fell. Rolfe shoots it off the boards to over the blue line. Lee's got it. Comes back with a shot. And Jackman stopped that. Quick pass over to Gilbert. Gilbert trying to go over the line. And Armstrong stepped into Gilbert. And Armstrong's got it again over to Sittler. One man back. Sittler shoots. He hit Horton. Horton's got it underneath him and play is called. Twelve minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the first overtime. Minnesota has gone ahead of St. Louis in the third period 4-1. Moans scoring at 19:29 of the second. The period is over. They're in the third. John Rattel passing it back to Brad Park. Harrison stopped him, but it went all the way to Plante. Jim McKinney. Pass up for Armstrong. For Harrison, off his leg into the Ranger zone. Nielsen, knocked out by Harrison, below, covered by Armstrong, look at these shoots. And that was stopped by Park and shot down the ice by New York. Icing called against the Rangers.
Brad Park making a great play, dropping on that hot shot from Darryl Sittler and then icing the puck, taking the pressure off the New York Rangers in their own end.
All set to go now in the Ranger zone. Keon, McMillan, and Monahan. Comes back to Pellick. There goes the shot, a weak one, and hit a Ranger player, and Kachuk comes over Hatfield. Hatfield, a pass to Kachuk, back to Hatfield. Here comes the shot, and he missed the target. Brad Park kept it in. It goes back to the net. Pellick around on the boards for McMillan. It's stolen by Hatfield. He's checked. Vaughn went to the boards. Kicked it loose. McMillan gives Kachuk a bump. And Bob Vaughn gets it to the blue line, but not out. Jimmy Nielsen to Nevin. Here's the shot. That was off the target on a deflection. McMillan to Mike Pellick. Out on the left wing, Brad Park moves up. Monahan intercepts. Monahan works his way out to center. To the Ranger line and over. Running around Nielsen. Still has it. Centered it right in front. Comes back to Pellick. Pellick going down. Took a backhand. Keon trying to get set. Monahan has it. Monahan shoots. And missed the target. Pellick lost it to Nevin. Going down the ice. Nevin and Hatfield. One man back. Nevin shoots. He scores. And it's all over.